No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself. Dance, don't get it right. Can we keep the fight? Chip it fight. It's gonna make you change. Oh, I can't do that. No. Wow. Wow. Something like that. Kalis, I caught that last note that you said that unfortunately, what you were studying isn't accepted, isn't a well looked upon course of psychology in the Western world. F the Western world. Western thought is collapsing, you guys. I do believe it when they say the world will never go back to the way it was before, but I also believe that in a good way. I don't. We're going, we're undergoing a massive revolution of thought, and it's not going back to the old way. So I like it. I like it. A swing chair. What kind of swing chair? Like the one that hangs from your ceiling swing chair? Um, yeah, I titled this Reptilian because for some reason I've been using reptilians as they whenever someone says, they don't want us to know, man. Or they keep shutting down the live feeds, man. Like, who are they? They're reptilians, man. So whenever I use the word reptilians, I'm referring to the ominous they that exist. Um, who knows? Reptilians could be the good guys. I don't know. I just like using reptilians because it catches people's attention. Anywho, let's check this out. Um, let's see. Suan, Kayla Sakjari, Isenia. Um, yeah, hit me with that swing chair, Kayla's. Shadow government. Should I? I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of really cool ways of getting more traction on my videos. So maybe I could do like ASMR spiritual videos that talk about how the reptilians want to take over your brain and control the world. But like, it sounds really pleasing while I do it, so that people listen longer. Or not, that might just be really weird. John Smith, you made it. What up? Kenny McCassie, how's it going, everybody? Oh, nice. That's what we were missing. We were missing the link master and the links. Okay, so I'll get right into it. Welcome, everyone. This is a new video, so I'll do the intro again. My name is Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and entertainment. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Happy to be here. Thanks for being here. Thank you for sharing your presence. Stay a while and listen. For those of you that used to play Diablo growing up, hopefully you know that throwback. Um, yeah, like and subscribe if you're new. We have lots of cool things here, cool audiobooks, rants. We do some cool live readings by candlelight where we do nice occult and esoteric things. We have an Etsy shop. We have a Patreon that has a discount to the Etsy shop. I believe that's it. Thank you for being here. Let's onward with the show. Okay, I'm going to pull up the article that popped up on the home screen of my Firefox browser, which more, yeah, that was, so this is Firefox that brought this one through. Um, where are we? Weird in a bad way, so no Keith. Title is Sex and Money. Wait, the title of what is Sex and Money? What card did you pull earlier? I forgot to pull a card earlier. Oh, it was the Lord of Sorrows, which I think is the Three of Swords. It was a dark one, so sorry about that. Anyhow, I'm doing it. I'm doing the ASMR reptilian talk. That actually might be my ticket to fame and the overlords taking over my body. So if you see the Man of Letters channel at like 1.7 million subscribers, know that I have been commandeered by the reptilians, and it was via my ASMR spiritual videos is how I got there. So just know that by now. Also, 9/11 was an inside job, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Okay, carrying on. Here, I'm going to screen share, and hopefully I don't have anything incriminating in the background while I do this. We will go ahead and hit screen share and hope for the best. Okay. Can you guys see my whoa? Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, I see it. We see it. I see you guys seeing me, seeing you, seeing me, seeing you. We're super meta right now. And I'm even in the corner seeing me, seeing you, seeing me. This is getting weird. We're going to just go to the website at this point. I can't handle it. Okay. Check out the, and it's by Vox. Oh my God. Vox is a friggin' poop show. It's just a poop show, you guys. I spent 2 years cleaning houses. What I saw makes me never want to be rich. Like, all right. First of all, you clean up after people's messes. So can you really say this is first of all an unbiased representation of the rich as someone who just cleans up messes for a living? Like, I could be Jesus's housekeeper, and then after a couple of years, I'd be like, I cleaned up Jesus's mess for 2 years. What I saw makes me never want to be a Messiah, or something ridiculous like that. Anywho, that has nothing to do with the point. I just realized that right now. But check this out. Immediately, what we have is money, right? Rich is a bad thing. So we have someone who cleans houses. So we have a humble person, right? Someone you just your regular average Joe is a house cleaner. Someone not at the top like the rest of us, seeing what rich people do, and immediately after 2 years, deciding that they never want to be rich. There was some things I wrote down, but let me see if I can find it again. It was right above. Let's see. Maybe I should have pulled this up. I prematured, you guys. I should have found the notes before I started it, because now I have to find them again. Bummer. All right, so this is the point I'm trying to get at. Everything in here talks about pigeonholes richness to, I think I just saw porn house. So if you're rich, you either blow your money on expensive televisions. Here's the porn house. So he used testosterone cream. Man, that was a really good one. Sorry, you guys, I blew this, but pregnancies. Man, there was such a good one. It's gonna break my heart. I vowed to never have a house bigger than I could clean myself. We'll come back to it. If I have to make another video, I'll make another video. But what I want to get at is, whenever we see money in articles, when it's written by someone who's broke, it always frames the rich in a certain way, whether they're like into porn, whether they spend their money frivolously on giant throws and stuff like that. It gets to be old after a while, you know. It makes it seem as if there's only one way to get rich, and that's why I stopped that last one where I was and started it up again here, because the only thing the news shows of the rich is celebrities, and business tycoons who are like dominating the world, who are taking over the world. It doesn't show the people who are building communities in Africa. It doesn't show the true philanthropists who are funding education systems for children in third world countries so that geniuses all over the world have a chance to shine. You know what I mean? Like, imagine the difference between the mind of a child who builds a solar panel out of a junk heap compared to a child that's raised, you know, in a first world country with a nice roof over their head. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just the capacity for, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. The capacity for a really rounded, fresh perspective on the world is much higher for someone in a third world country with a brain just as capable. You know what I mean? And if they don't have the access for money, they don't have the access for resources and stuff like that, it goes nowhere. If you were rich and done right, like I know I say not to tell you, I'm trying to say this without telling you what I want to do because I have a thing about telling people what I want to do. But for this, I'll take one for the team. In baseball, we call this taking one for the team. You wear it, you take it for the team, for the better good. I want to create a facility that brings in people from all over the world, brilliant minds, and gives them resources and equipment at their disposal to do whatever they want with. So I find an article of some kid in Africa who develops a solar panel from junk. Offer him a chance to take that brilliance and apply it to the highest standards of scientific equipment, whatever the hell he wants to build, whatever direction. I don't care how fucking silly it is. I don't care if it doesn't fit Western paradigms of what science should be and what we're allowed to study. That sort of quote that Einstein said, where he says, if we put as much focus on the spirit world as we do on the material world, and put that much energy into it, we will, you know, discover in 1 year what we discover in 100 or some shit like that. And that's the bummer when I saw a title like this, where it said, I spent 2 years cleaning houses. What I saw makes me never want to be rich. And this is a fucking joke. Like, what better way for the reptilians to make us want to be broke and useless than to spew out shit like this? What I saw makes me never want to be rich. Oh, because the only way to be rich is to be a filthy porn star that fucking buys expensive $3,000 rugs. And who cares if you buy a $3,000 rug? Money is neither good nor bad. If you want a comfy ass rug, handcrafted by someone, you know, that puts love and intention into it and took them a year to make, like, why not pay him $2,000 for it if you have the money? That automatically makes you a bad person. That it's so fucking insidious. This money is evil paradigm, and it just gets thrown out left and right. It pisses me off. And look at the things they pulled out. I checked how many pills they'd taken and learned which prescriptions had turned into recreations. So you're a porn star that spends too much money on rugs and you're addicted to pills, and what once was a painkiller is now just so you can have fun and get through the life, because that's what happens when you get money. You become into a drug addicted porn star that spends money frivolously. It's a joke, man. And people believe it. The more you see it, because it's so easy to sort of fail. It's so easy to fail at say your dream, your goal, and to just be like, fuck it. I didn't want to be rich anyways. Rich people are drug addicts. Rich people don't know how to live life. Rich people are this and rich people are that. It makes it okay with not being successful. It gives us another excuse to not pursue our dreams to their fullest extent. You know what I mean? I found myself doing that So many, especially throughout my 20s, like my mid to late 20s is when it was really hitting me. I would pursue something, and then the moment I would start doubting myself, that would come up. Money is evil. I don't want money to corrupt me. Shit, you can be broke and be corrupt. You kidding me? You don't need to. It doesn't take money to make you corrupt. It will speed up the process. If you're addicted to opiates and you suddenly find yourself with $10,000 in your bank account, you're probably going to die of an overdose in the next couple of weeks. Let's be real. But money's not inherently evil, and that's the message we need to get. Not fucking. I spent 2 years cleaning houses, and what I saw makes me never want to be rich. I don't know, man. I'm tired of these old ruled thoughts just still making their way into society. You know what I mean? I think I'm the only one that uses YouTube dark mode. I used to use YouTube dark mode, and then it switched back to white all of a sudden. I liked it more, the dark mode. It's easier on the eyes. Um, or you blow to get it. Were you referring to prostitution, Kalis? Is that... Sorry, I'm reading your comments out of context, so I could be way off. I don't know. Hakjari, there we go. Yeah, right. I mean, true philanthropy. Bill Gates. Notice people like Bill Gates call themselves philanthropists. Philanthropists. Can I not say that word? Philanthropist. George Soros called himself a philanthropist at one point. Like it's what the reptilians do when they want to control the population. Oh, he's a philanthropist. Like, oh, he's in for the good. Brotherly love. Well, also, do you really think decent people want the media and all that entails in their business? Absolutely not. Well said, Kalis. Absolutely not. I know I wouldn't want them all up in my business. Not at all. The title appeals to the demographic of the majority. Absolutely. It appeals to the demographic of most of the majority, but you got to. So Yesenia said something super important that we should really. She said the title appeals to the demographic of the majority. Smart marketing tactic. But it does more than just that. Yes, it appeals to the demographic, but it also creates a demographic. Because the people who didn't believe that if you're rich, you're just a piece of shit. It also creates that thought because they read that article and they become the demographic. That's what I mean by be careful the articles you read, be careful the movies that you watch. You can watch, what is it? It was a Will Smith movie, something about happiness, the key to happiness or happy or whatever the hell it is. He's broke trying to make money. And there's an underlying theme of like, it's okay to be broke and not have money, you know, and you don't want to sacrifice stuff for money, which is true. It is okay to be broke, but it's not. It's okay to be broke because money's a bad thing. It's a completely different conversation. It's like a half truth. It's like giving you just enough truth, you know, triggering just enough emotion to get you on board. When it's like you can have both. You can be a good person and have money. You know what I mean? Yeah. What you're talking about is creating the new world. I'm trying. I'm not trying. There is no try. There is no try. Only do. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm creating the new world, you guys. We are creating the new world. We are creating it. Yes, there are free energy resources. It's fucking unbelievable, you guys. Tesla had wireless electricity from static energy in the air that was endless and could be transmuted over miles. And he did this shit over 100 years ago. And we haven't used it since. We've had, it wasn't very efficient. That's why we dropped it. Are you kidding me? You had wireless electricity from static energy in the air, meaning the ambient energy that's just floating through the electrons in air is just providing electricity without wires. Even if it was inefficient 100 years ago, could you imagine how efficient it would be today? We've got artificial intelligence. We're putting people on Mars, for crying out loud, and we couldn't hit model number 18 with Tesla's wireless. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, reptilians, when I titled this video. Yes, reptilians. Yes, shit like this ridiculous article. This is why I'm never going to be rich. Why? So you can be a broke, useless fucking NPC sheep for the rest of your life? That's not, I shouldn't say that. I'm trying to, I saw a spiritual meme the other day that said, don't worry, even if you're asleep, we're still fighting for you. I'm trying to play that game more than my dissatisfaction with the NPCs. I'm still fighting for them because the NPCs make up a vast majority of the global subconscious, and I have to fight for them, otherwise I lose. So it's kind of selfish that I'm fighting for the people who are asleep. If I had it my way, I would just ship them to another planet so that they could influence the global consciousness of that planet instead of Earth. But you know what I mean? I don't have enough money to ship them off planet, so I have to fight for them. See, I'll get all the money. I'll ship the NPCs to a different planet. That way. No, that's probably going too much to the dark side. Scratch that. I can't do that. We got to fight for the people who are asleep. I'm sorry. I take that back. I take it back. Take that back. Buckminster Fuller, yo, Buckminster Fuller on that C60. I've been taking that C60 a lot lately. You know what also is going around right now? That I don't know if I've bought into it, but I'm at least hearing it out with an open mind. That it's too late for people to wake up. It's too late for people to wake up. Those who are asleep will remain asleep. Those who are awake cannot go back to sleep. Knowing what we can distract ourselves. Like lately, I've been distracting myself with video games, with work. I've been working a lot, and I've been noticing that that's sort of a distraction. Even my garden has become a distraction. In some ways, a healthy distraction. You know, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm still going to keep growing the new earth, but you know what I mean? Even our passions, we can let become a distraction to the self, to the inner work that we have to do, to our meditation that we have to do, to our sort of overall evaluation of the goings on in our lives that has to be taken into consideration from time to time. If you're awake, you can't go back to. You can distract yourself because it becomes overwhelming, but you can't go back to sleep. And those who are asleep, it is said that it's too late for them to wake up. It's like there's been enough outward push. And if people have polarized themselves now, then they're only going to become more polarized. Something to do with momentum. Napoleon Hill would call it hypnotic rhythm. Oh, that's right. Remember, we read Napoleon Hill. Remember how he said it's possible to change your hypnotic rhythm, but for all intents and purposes, once you've gone past a certain momentum of hypnotic rhythm, that there actually is no going back, at least in this life. You're too far gone. You might have to chalk this one up as a loss and wait for the next time. None of you. Well, we got 33 people in the room. 3's wild. Got that Jesus number. Clearly, everyone in here is awake to a certain degree. And I would say the majority of the planet is awake. What book did we read recently? It was Power versus Force. They did a global calibration of humanity's energy, I guess you can call it. It's kind of weird. He didn't. The book was weird, but the test that they were doing said that humanity is leaning towards the positive side in such a way that it's only a matter of time before the scales tip towards the quote unquote good. But we'll see. We'll see. They will come back through their unborn and grow that way. I like that. Sorry, I haven't been reading your guys' comments. I think I'm being called to the dark side. Shit, man. Me too. Me too. Take what back? Hey, MCQ, what up? I haven't been. Oh, take that, man. Yeah, the guys are having issues with buffering. Just restart. It's just not an option to stay asleep anymore. Yeah. Well, yeah, but some people are. I agree with you that it's not an option to stay asleep anymore, but to see that people are still staying asleep tells me that there's at the very least a sort of willed cognitive dissonance going on. You know, it's like people understand what cognitive dissonance is and understand that they are going through it, but choose to continue it. It's weird. It's weird. It's really weird, you know. Yeah, Akjari, what's your living situation? Get out. Go for a walk. Take your shoes off. How to Change Your Mind. Michael Pollan. Ooh, that's one I haven't read, but I've heard of it. There you go. Listen to Kayla. She's dropping bombs right now. I think there are many woke humans that aren't the squeaky wheels. Yeah. I as much as I myself am a squeaky wheel, it's probably not the best way. The best way is more doing, less squeaking, or the only squeaking should be from the doing. If you catch my drift, giggity goo, squeaking like doing, and then like the bed squeaks. Bad joke. Anywho. Yeah. No, I don't feel doom and gloom. I feel good about everything. On the whole. Sorry, another bad joke. Anywho. Yeah, no, it definitely feels good for the most part. I think we're winning. I think people are waking up. I think the vast majority is waking up. And though it's a slow awakening, sometimes it's slow. You know what I mean? We're doing the work. Akjoy, I know you're feeling heavy. Listen to Kalis. Nourish the soul. Nourish the soul. You got to remember, we get life through the things we do. Life creates life. In other words, apple trees, apple, kiwis, kiwi, humans, human, life lives. If you're not steady doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're basically cutting off that flow. And to me, that's how something like a reptilian would thrive. You know, they thrive off of humanity's energy through the sort of chaos order matrix that we're stuck in. And to create is to sort of open up that channel, which isn't a new concept. You know what I mean? How often do we spend time with someone and we get done and just feel on top of the world, just feel energized, or get done with a project and you feel on top of the world, just like it's a no-brainer, It's a no-brainer. So I hope you're feeling better, though. It's definitely a no-brainer. I don't know what a sadhu is. Sarah, how's it going? Candy Bukowski. Well said. We need to know how and take action. Yeah, Akhjari, you don't have to read the book. I feel like the book could have been written in one chapter. It's called Power versus Force. An unnecessarily long yet useful read. So I would look up someone's synopsis on YouTube, but you can do on what Kalis was saying. It's a kinesiology test where, say, you hold up your arm. I would say, my name is Keith, which is true. Someone would try to push my arm down. My arm is strong. Bring my arm up again. I would say, my name is John. And then someone would push on my arm and the arm would go weak. Well, there's some sort of phenomenon, and it's studied over all genders, races, ethnicity, spiritual practice, religion, atheists, not atheists, doesn't matter who or what you are. These tests are replicable. And it's basically a body strength test based on truth. And you can ask yourself any question. What he's postulating is the body has the capacity to pick up on truth, and all our organs correspond to different things in our psyche, etc. But what I'm getting at is what you feel physically and emotionally in your body is a huge sign of the so-called rightness of what's going on. Back to what she was saying, if you're not feeling nourished, you're not doing right things. If you're doing something and you feel nourished, boom, you're on it. If you have a conversation with someone, or you read something, or you watch something and you feel heavy after it, stop doing it. If you have a conversation with someone, read something, are surrounded by a certain energy and you feel uplifted and you feel nice, then do more of that. That's sort of the simplistic way of nourishing the soul. Ooh, yeah. And I need to do that too more. Because like I said, I've been more squeaking than doing lately. And that's shown in the videos that I put out, the stuff that I find myself coming across on a daily basis is like, thanks, brother. You know how I tell you guys, acknowledge the darkness, but sort of live in the light so that you can be balanced. My struggle is spending too much time in the darkness, trying to figure out why they're doing what they're doing, finding out all the wrongdoings of the bad guys. My videos have reflected that, and probably the past couple months where I'm not feeling excited about the content that I'm putting out. And that's why I'm saying this to you guys, is because it's a realization that I'm having for myself, which is mostly everything that I tell you guys is stuff that's going on with me. Just it's easier that way. That it's where was I even going with that? I think I already said the point. Anywho, maybe we'll do more group meditations. More of the readings by candlelight are always fun. It's hard, man. It's hard. They don't call it spiritual warfare for nothing, you know. They don't call it spiritual warfare for nothing. That might be my cue to end the video. The neighbor just turned on an obnoxiously loud motor on a Sunday morning, unfortunately. Rocks don't lie to themselves. People do. Well said. Rocks also don't have consciousness as advanced as humans do, though, to where they could even make that sort of cognitive thing, whether it's just that that is yeah, it's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean? Like plants, like everything has a consciousness, right? Does humanity have the most advanced consciousness? I'm sure the planet Earth as a whole has a Earth consciousness. Is that more advanced than humanity? Is a rock less conscious? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's an interesting one. Being over Michelle Quintana, yeah, definitely. Being over a little too much in the mind, not enough in the body. Exactly. Exactly. Do you offer private spiritual chats? Yeah, not necessarily. I don't offer them, but I've taken them before. Um, some people want. You talk about like one-on-one sessions and stuff like that. I've done a few one-on-one sessions, but I don't normally offer them. I could, if you, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, we could do that. Just hit me up. Gets into the symbolism populated by call upon the powers. Yeah, let's all send Akjari Drogon some love. Akjari, we're sending the love right now. He couldn't wash his truck with a regular hose like the rest of us. He's got to get a diesel engine power sprayer. So what do you think? What kind of content do you guys want to see from the channel? I'll just ask you guys that. What kind of darkness do we need to get rid of? What kind of darkness do we need to replace with light? I feel we've done enough in acknowledging of where not to go. Let's start doing some acknowledging of where to go. What do you guys think? This is a group effort, after all. What would you guys like to see? Yes, the Sir Smith. Hey, he's already on it. Discord link. Yeah. We're always. I need to download the Discord to my phone. Is it on my phone? It's already on my phone. I'll be more active on Discord too, you guys. It's like YouTube and then editing and then Instagram and then my regular text messages and then email and my Etsy shop. I've got fucking 12 things bouncing around my head when it comes to Man of Letters all at one time. So it's hard to keep up with you guys. But yeah, Starseed, definitely hit me up. My email is somewhere on here. Keith Garcia 808 at gmail.com is my email if you guys want to do like one-on-one session type stuff. But I do have a lot of free content and information on my YouTube. Some extrememely valuable stuff. The audiobooks on my YouTube are extremely valuable. The Hermetic series on my YouTube channel are between that Hermetic series and the audiobooks, you're probably good for. That's probably more than enough information. Like today's video is brought to you by Firestone Easy Jack IPA. Because it's Sunday, the neighbors have really loud, obnoxious things. And yeah. How to raise vibrations and how to connect with our inner selves. I would also love to hear more on past lives. Oh, there you go. How to just, you guys want just a quality classic how to raise your vibration? That seems like a nice video. See, I'm already smiling. How about we'll do that here right now for you guys, and then we'll end the video, and I'll make another official one so other people can see it, because I doubt many people are going to watch this video as long as it is to hear it. Okay, how to raising your vibrations is easy, you guys. Raising vibrations is easy. It's super easy. It's super easy. Um, what my favorite meditation for my favorite practical, well-rounded meditation, is I forgot the name of it. I saw it from a TED Talk. Let me see if I can break it down for you. First, you sit and so here you go. Here's the best meditation I've found for raising your vibration. Well-rounded and um, practical to the punch. You don't have to sit on top of a fucking mountain inside of a cave for 30 years. The first thing you imagine is yourself in a sort of a bubble of love, whatever the hell color you want. So and then extend that bubble to your house and everyone in it. Extend it to your city and everyone in it, your state, and then the whole planet. I'll usually shoot that bad boy out to the solar system and then shoot that bad boy out into the galaxy. And then I end at the galaxy because I'm selfish. After that, what's the next one after that? Forgiveness. You go every person that you can imagine that has wronged you or that you hold bitterness or resentment against, you forgive them. I like to imagine myself hugging them. So I like I'm searching in my head, like, oh, that's right, that fucking bastard. And I'll like, come over here, you little bastard, give me a hug, and I'll hug it, we'll hug it out, and I'll like extend that little love bubble around the both of us. And it's like, yeah, take that, you bastard. After it feels weird at first, hugging someone that you detest, but after a while it works. You like it's weird. When it comes to how you feel in the body, resentment towards someone is a physical manifestation. So even if we can start to imagine it and create it in the mind, sealing that connection, forgiveness, that resentment that manifests as stress starts to melt away. And it's just everything counts, you guys, when it comes to raising your vibration. The smallest things, like, well, we'll get to that after. Anywho, forgiveness is the second one. Third is gratitude. Just list off, just don't take too much time, 3-4 minutes, list all the things you're grateful for, but like, don't just say at first. You can just say it. You don't have to feel it too much. The feeling will come at first. Just feel it. Try to imagine, put yourself in a scenario that makes sense to you, that would make you more grateful for something. Like, I'm grateful for my son. But to take it further than just saying something, I'll imagine hearing him laugh, or like something silly that he did throughout the day that really like melts to me. I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm grateful, and I have a feeling attached to it, because we want the sort of mind-body connection to it. So the love bubble, the forgiveness, the gratitude, and then we want to imagine that's what it was. Imagine what a perfect day looks like to you. That's the fourth one. Like, okay, my perfect day is waking up and meditating or doing yoga. And then I'll just do mine as an example. Okay, perfect day, wake up, meditate. What else would be like going out in the garden, checking on my plants, making sure, checking out all the leaves and stuff, picking something and eating it from the garden, playing with the fam, going on a nice long walk to my favorite playlist at night would be a nighttime thing. Making a YouTube video, handling my Etsy orders seamlessly without stressing about them, like whatever it is. So I'm going through, and eventually what happens is, obviously I haven't done this meditation in a while and it shows, but eventually what happens is your perfect day becomes habit, becomes ritual, easier to imagine, therefore easier to manifest and easier to activate. And then the last is you imagine yourself in 5 years from now, your perfect life. And then that's it. And this should take 15 to 20 minutes. So love bubble, forgiveness, gratitude, your perfect day, and you 5 years from now. Come on, man, with the friggin' motor. Just turn the hose on. That's all you got to do. And then that's it. Oh, man. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a common because you're hitting on different things. You know, you're hitting on the first love bubble is you're channeling cosmic energy. To give love to others is to give love to yourself. And so if you're fueled by love, you're killing it. Forgiveness, forgiving people in your life is holding on to resentment is one of the heaviest things you can take with you from place to place. When people talk about baggage that you bring into a relationship or baggage that you just bring into your own life, most of it comes from um, resentment, holding on to unnecessary things, which is why forgiving is so important. And then gratitude, of course, gratitude is more importantly than gratitude is the feeling we get from gratitude. That feeling that we get is what connects us to source, right? Because the feeling is in the body. Is that more flowy, eternal, subconscious, feminine type of energy, and that's what connects us to source. That's the bridge. That's why feeling your gratitude is so important. And then imagining your perfect day, just get your shit on point. As far as we need structure. That's sort of the masculine balance. We need rigidity. We need a plan so that we can build momentum. And then imagining yourself 5 years from now as in the perfect form is just manifesting one on one. If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there, so to speak? So I hope that um oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to wear black today. Is that what you said? I'm wearing all black. I have black shorts and a black tee. My skin is dark and my hair is black as fuck. So I'm just ruining everything at the moment. My bad. Candlelight reading of Seven Pillars. Oh, why haven't I done that yet? Absolutely. I might even start that tonight, Salavi. Might even start that tonight. Hell yeah. Um, okay. So is that good enough? Is that good for a good how to raise your meditation? How to raise your meditation? How to raise your vibration? Um, I think I have like a real hate for her or resentment type of energy. Well, there it is, brother. Let me tell you this: if that resentment type of energy that you have towards baby mama hits you more than 3-4 times a week, let alone 3 or 4 times a day, you're fucked. You got to handle that. You don't have to, but to bridge that relationship, even if it's just like forgiving, you don't have to get back together. You don't have to buy her shit. You don't have to like go above and beyond the call, but just to find a way to accept the situation, accept each other, and just let bygones be bygones, it will do a whole lot for you. Will do a whole lot for you. Um, oh, it's not that loud. Okay, it's super loud over here. I if it's not that loud, I see. One of my things I got to work on is I hate loud noises. I'm sure I've told you guys that before, but obnoxiously loud, unnecessarily loud noises, they really bum me out. Dancing is good too. Hey, there you go. That's a good vibration raiser. Dance. Bailar, bailamos. Te quiero por vida, bailar más. Te quiero por mi vida. Te quiero. Yeah, dancing to him. Do you like reggae music? I have a reggae album coming out, you guys. That's gonna be fire. It's got some good things in it. Oh my god. Uh, okay. Um, I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. I hope this video is helpful for you. Money is not evil. It's money in the hands of people like you and I is when the real magic starts to manifest overnight. It's not the only way it happens, but trust, you guys. Trust. So, thank you everyone for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. All right.